Well, howdy, howdy, howdy. Finally, senior citizen here. Greetings, boys, girls, and all of our non-binary friends, and welcome to this brand new day. And remember, no matter who you are a valid thumbs up for that. Well, indeed, it is a brand new day. It is going to be cold and gray and raining periodically. It is wet and damp outside, which makes sense. Wet, damp, wet, and somewhat chill outside. There we go. I walked to the library this morning. I printed out two Heroes of Qalanor things. I want to run Heroes of Qalanor for the channel here as soon as I can push through my various things, the executive function issues and all that. So hopefully soon. But I walked on the trail that runs by the stream that's just behind the hospital and runs to the almost completely to the local library. Did my printing, came on back. Oh boy, last time I walked on that trail, which is not heavy duty, but if you walk quickly, it takes about 15 minutes. And if you're taking a more normal gait, 20 minutes or longer. But I rushed on there, and oh boy, last time I did it was at least 3 weeks ago, if not longer. And I miss having stairs, I tell you. But because the last time I had pushed myself, like walking on the stream trail, was that last time I walked on the trail, yeah, halfway through the walk back, I was running out of steam. Now, as soon as I got off the trail, a minute or two of normal flat walking, and I was fine again. But going up and down and up and down and then up and then trying not to slip, and even at one point when the path was at an angle like this and all but one width of a foot had eroded downward so that it wasn't even a full pathway. It was the full length here, but this had fallen and eroded, so it was a further dip. Along there, I, of course, with my vertigo issues, got my balance off a little bit, and so had to step slightly downward so I didn't just pitch off the hill. So thumbs up for that. And I do not use my walker as often as I should. I was walking up to Walmart, 2 weeks ago, and I got just about to the stairs, and I started moving quite quickly forward and to the left. And if I hadn't been able to pull that to a halt, I would have slammed into the side of the building because I was falling in that direction. So thumbs up for that. So yeah, with my balance issues and on a bit of trail that was very bad, I kind of lost it, but didn't go falling. Caught myself and kept on going. But as stated, it took a while before my system got all back together, but 1 or 2 minutes after getting out and we're at walking level, it was doing good. Definitely thumbs up. Past that, I have just been having issues with staying awake once again. I wanted to walk to Walmart, but I was just so exhausted from the walk that I sat down, and I've been having staying awake issues until I finally pushed through it and said, I need to record something, it's getting really late. But yeah, I really miss stairs. I talk about this, but I'll talk about it some more. It used to be that every time, because I was up on the second floor, if I needed to go to the bathroom, I had to go down and then up. I wanted something to drink, down and up. Something to eat, I wanted to go outside. Every time it was down and up, down and up. I was going up and down the stairs a lot. Stairs are good for you. They're intensely dangerous. They kill people every single year. It's easy to fall, and I have in fact fallen downstairs. I was really lucky the time I did it. I had two things going for me. Number one, I was drunk. And number two, I had boxes with books and comic books at the bottom of the stairs with enough room for the door to swing open, but past the swung open of the door part, there was the boxes. I got up to the top of the stairs because my bedroom was up there. and I fell backwards and couldn't catch myself on anything and stumbled backwards, but went all the way down. The only thing I figured that slowed me down is I slammed with my arms up against the doorway to the stairwell, and then when I smacked into the ground, my backside hit the ground, my back hit the boxes, and then when I whipped backward, my head went whaff onto the boxes behind me as well. Because if that hadn't happened, if I had landed on my backside at the bottom of the stairs, I would have continued whipping backwards until I slammed the back of my head into the ground. So those boxes there caught me in many ways almost like a cradle and saved me. So I have fallen downstairs. I know how dangerous they are, as well as they are dangerous, but the danger is worth it. The stressors that it puts on your system as you go up and down those stairs adds years to your life. I could go up and down stairs at my previous place and my pulse would not would not budge from 55. Now, well, it's not terrible. You know, I still go out for walks, but I was getting exhausted just walking on the trail. Which, of course, tells me that when I don't want to do something, that means I need to do it. Haven't been walking on the trail. I didn't want to finish walking on the trail because I was tired. That means I need to go walk on the trail. So I'm going to be going out and on the trail again more often now that it's winter and there's more leaves everywhere. Yay for that. Part of the trail is, for about a 10-foot section, it's actually a part of, when it gets really wet, water from up above flows through a bunch of things, and then that 10-foot section of the trail is actually where the water runs when it's wet enough. So I've walked on that path when it was really, really wet. So the only thing there was to walk on, if you were foolish enough to do this, was there was a tree that had log that had fallen down, and all but a thin piece of wood, like a fin, does run still about 5 or 6, 7 feet, so that, and it divides this side from this side, but when the water is running through there, it only stands about this far above the water, and it's just this thin rail of wood. Next to it were a bunch of these larger rocks. Not stable. If you stepped on them, they rocked and moved. They were just above the water. And then, of course, a little bit of the side of the pathway here and a little bit over there. So there was not very much. And even if you didn't have vertigo problems, that was not a smart path to take. At the very least, if you tried to go on that, you were setting yourself up for a possible heavy, painful fall. And you'd get soaked. Now, it took a while for me to get on there and pass over and through it. But do that I did. I carefully stood on those rocks and balanced myself, and then made sure that I would be set for the push onto the next place, putting my feet on a rock, on that fin of wood, on a little tiny piece of bank over here, back over to another rock, and then over to this tiny piece of bank. And it took a while, and it was stupid. It was much, much less than smart for me to have done that. But those are the kinds of things that I do because I'm an idiot. Especially, as stated, with my vertigo issues. They're not major, but they're enough. I'm doing so much better than when I was in Port Orchard a little over a year ago. I'd been, it's not. I had been doing not that great vertigo-wise leading up to becoming homeless. And then when I was homeless, it wasn't good. And then it's gotten better since I became homed here. I think a lot of it was stress, but then I was also adding onto the stress, I was adding gabapentin. Oh my, I can talk. I am just having problems getting words, and that bugs me, but there we go. One of the reasons I was falling asleep. One of the ways you can tell I had fallen asleep. I'm having more difficulty putting my words together than I normally would, and for that, my sincere apologies. I have the words, they're just taking longer to put together into coherent strings. Or at least that's the way it feels for me, but still, my sincere apologies. But still, that's what's happening today, and I am going to continue just taking it easy. I'm going to go out for more Walkies. I need to buy food. I don't know if you can see it over back behind there. I've got a can of beans, and that's it to eat. So I need a little bit more. Thumbs up for that. I'll be going out for more Walkies to do that. But otherwise, I'm going to take it easy for myself. I am going to break out the stuff and do some Heroes of Qalanor finally. I've got the character sheets. I've got the stuff to make the maps easily. I've got adventure supplements. I've got the stuff. I want to do it and play it, and I want to do it for the channel because I like these things. I am enthusiastic about them, and I want to share them. But the other thing I want to say real quick here before I forget, I was watching something about, I'm going to use the word frisky, especially when we're mentioning, they're talking about the history of frisky bards. Because apparently the idea of bards being very frisky and ready to jump into the sack with anything that is warm and intelligent is something that's been going on for hundreds of years. So the fact that people are making the bards frisky in TTRPGs, tabletop role-playing games, that's not new and weird. That's almost canon for bards. So when you've got the story of the bard, you know, that seduces everyone in the inn, you know, everyone, that's part of that, again, canon. I'm having so much trouble speaking words. But one of the things I was thinking about that is, you know, that makes sense. Because when you are playing an instrument, you want to play your instrument to the best of your ability. And a bard has two instruments. It doesn't matter what sex you are. And I'm not going to, you know, try and pin it down to just two because we don't know what other races would have. But it doesn't matter what. You have two instruments that you play. One of them is your stringed or reed or horned brass instrument, and the other is the one between your legs. And of course you want to use and play your instrument not only to the best of your ability, but as often as possible to hone your craft. So of course your bard is going to be frisky. Thumbs up for that. But before I go on to this, I do want to thank, I cannot read this, I did not make the text large enough, so let me quickly, I can't even do it easily, I can't use my scroll wheel. Okay, here we go. I want to thank these people who have been leaving comments. These are in no particular order. It is not everybody, but Blue Toad 6456. Thumbs up, thank you. It's been a while, and it's always good to see you in comments. And when I say it's been a while, I mean you've been leaving comments for a while, and it's always good to see you in the comments. There is Jesse Koskinen. It is always good to see you in the comments as well. Definitely a thumbs up. We have, I do not know how to pronounce your last name, and I'm only iffy if I'm pronouncing the first part, but Salvatore, and then Cento is how I'd pronounce it, though I know that I'm nowhere close. 871, thumbs up and thank you. We have Sir Schmuckle. Thank you very much. Always good to see you in the comments now. The more I see names in the comments, the more I like to see names in the comments. And while it's a parasocial relationship that can be made from viewer to creator, the Vlog brothers, Hank and John Green, have come up with the term seroposial relationship for a creator to audience. I have seroposial things going on in my head. When I see names, the more I see them, the more I enjoy seeing them. And when names vanish, oh boy, does it hurt. Because I also have strong rejections. Rejection sensitivity. God, I kept wanting to say syndrome when the word was sensitivity. We also have Kitsune, WY4HG. Always good to see you again as well. And PKD617, thumbs up and thank you. Yay! Again, not everybody, but it is appreciated. Thumbs up for that. And hey, if you could like, comment, share, subscribe, that would be cool. Making sure to share it with people that you think would like to watch an old man yammer on about incomprehensible subjects in an inane fashion. That would be very cool. Thumbs up for that. And of course, I also have a link leading to a GoFundMe, if you could check that out. Trying to get enough money to get a moderately good computer. I am about $1,000 into a hard $1,500 limit, so I'm real close to hitting that. So I am doing serious research. Looks like Cyber Power is the organization I'm going to be going with, looking onto stuff. There's goods and bads on everything else, but this looks to be at least the brand. I'm not married to the idea, but right now that seems to be the best way to look. I'm trying to get the best bang for the buck, as long as we define what bang means in this case. But if you could check that out, that'd be very cool. Definitely a thumbs up. And if you are a patron, thumbs up and thank you. You are beautiful and awesome people in every way, mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. You take me from here to here. And while this was livable painfully, you brought me from there to here. It is good to be here. It is much, much less painful than down here. Greatly appreciated. Thumbs up. And if you have left me a comment, you too are beautiful and awesome people. I read as many comments as YouTube shows me. I thumbs up and heart as many as YouTube will allow. And I answer as many as my nerve compression will let me. Which is not as many as I would like, but I do try. So thumbs up and thank you. Well, hey, I'm going to edit, render, upload, and yeah, that's about it. And then I'm going to continue trying to take care of myself. I have been playing more Gross Supermarket Simulator, which is weird because I like Grocery Store Simulator more. But one of the big complaints about Grocery Store Simulator is it's more truck unloading simulator right now. And Grocery Store Simulator isn't. So I've been playing that. It doesn't play well, but it plays. So thumbs up, and I'm going to continue to do more of that. Hopefully you can do what you would like to get done. Does that sound right? Hopefully you can do what you would like to get done. Yeah. And if not, please do not beat yourself up. It will not help you get it done better next time, and you deserve better than causing yourself pain. So, until we meet again, you take care. Have a great day today. I will see you on the flip side, and that is indeed a very good thing. And of course, my parting thing is, I've watched a lot of reaction videos throughout my time here, and I've watched a lot more, again, of the Addams Family movies, and people are always asking, are they supernatural? Are they supernatural? No, they're not supernatural. They're not natural either, but they're not supernatural. In my setting, of course, they would just be cryptids. They're a part of this world, just different. You take care.